Hello, everyone, and welcome to the beautiful campus of Pleasant Grove High School in Pleasant Grove, Utah, on this Friday night edition of the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com for some Region 3 6A girls basketball action. I'm Nate Thatcher here tonight to bring you the second edition of the Lone Peak Knights and the Vikings of Pleasant Grove. For Lone Peak, the Knights have continued to stay dominant this season, but are coming off of what may be their most brutal loss of the season, where they lost in overtime at home to the Westlake Thunder, who now own first place in the region after the win. The Knights led by 9 heading into the fourth quarter, but failed to get any offense going when it mattered most. The Lady Knights are shooting below 40% on the season, but they have the stars to get it done. Look to the girl in number 34, Kennedy Woolston, to put Lone Peak back on track tonight. Meanwhile, for Pleasant Grove, they're in the exact opposite position of Lone Peak in almost every way. They're currently riding high after earning their first win in region play against Lehigh just last week, where they struggled to find themselves early but came back in the clutch. Tabby Clark, the star junior wing, dropped a casual 26 points, including 3 3-pointers, and the Vikings are going to need more of the same from her and others if they want to get the massive upset on their home floor this evening. Tonight's starting lineup, starting with the visiting Lone Peak Knights. It'll be number 10, Tati Harness, along with Zuri Nordstrom, Maddie Pope, the star, Kennedy Woolston, and Lavi Holdcraft. And then for the Pleasant Grove Vikings, it'll be Michaela Boyer, Jada Ross, Maele Tuiaosa, Tabby Clark, and Cash Connors, with Jada Ross being the only starting senior from both squads. The Knights are led by 12th-year head coach Nancy Warner, who has 183 wins and a casual 3-peat championship. She's going for 4 this year with her squad. And then on the other side, it's Lacey Larson in her second season, boasting an 18-24 record. Should be a good one here tonight on this Friday night edition of the Rewind Sports Network. Happy to bring it to you as the tip is up and controlled by the Vikings. So Michaela Boyer brings it up on the left side. She'll go left to right, finds a teammate in Connors. Connors now picks up her dribble, looked back, tried to find Jada Ross. There's no one there, but it's going to be a backcourt violation as Tuiaosa picks it up. Tuiasoa, excuse me. Now the Knights will try to get things going. Here's Woolston, left side. Goes from left to right, gets it over in the corner to Holdcraft. Now back around the perimeter. Open in the corners, Nordstrom for 3, no good. Offensive rebound, tracked down by Holdcraft. Lave will take a 3, she'll hit. Lave, Holdcraft for 3, the Knights are on the board. Here come the Vikings trying to respond after the early turnover on their first possession. Connors up top, tried to pass down low on the other side once again to Ross, but it's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay here with Pleasant Grove. Boyer gets the inbound. And she'll take her time. 15 on the shot clock. She's going to drive right past the defense and get the easy layup on the right side. Just like warm-ups, nothing new there. A trap came against Harness. Got it over to Woolston, but foul on a reach-in. So the Knights will inbound far sideline. 6:49 now left here in the first quarter. 3-2 Lone Peak lead. Got a stoppage of play here by the refs. Looks like a change by who the foul was called on. It looks like it's going to go against one of the guards here. So first foul of the game here goes against the Vikings. Here's Woolston down low, right side. Spin move, pick up the dribble, pivot foot. And here's Nordstrom for another 3. She misses, but Woolston with the offensive rebound. Over in the corner, here's Holdcraft for another one. Too strong. Here come the Vikings trying to take a lead. Over on the far right side is Clark. There's a foul called. It's going to be on the floor, and it's going to go against Zuri Nordstrom. Tabby Clark, the girl in 13, the star for the Vikings this season, averaging just under 13 points per game. Inbound finds its way over to Clark. She's on the left side. She'll hand off on the left side to Tuiasoa. Now here's Ross, weaving away down low, then kicks it back out. Still got some time left on the shot clock. Tuiasoa kicks it back out. Here's Clark. Clark gets a screen left. Instead, she's going to go right. Goes against two defenders, puts the layup in, and the foul! Tabby Clark doing what she does best and getting the bucket to drop. And that gives Pleasant Grove their first lead of the game here with almost 2 minutes here in this first quarter. First free throw is up and in. So the Vikings now lead at 5-3. Some substitutions in here as Charlie Warner, the freshman guard, checks in, as the Vikings pick up a little bit of a full court press here. Holdcraft tried to get it back out to Harness, but it's tipped out of bounds by the defense. Stays here with the Knights. Maddie Pope will inbound near sideline. Looking to get it inbounds, finds Warner. She's trapped in the corner. Tries to get it out, it's tipped, but once again stays here with the Knights. So Vikings playing really aggressive right now out of the sideline. Pope inbounds, finds Woolston, right wing. Skip pass over. Ball finds its way around the perimeter. Now back to Woolston with a beautiful pass down low to Warner for two. Great offensive response by the Knights that time, and that ties things up at 5. Here comes Boyer. She brings it across the timeline for Pleasant Grove. She'll go right around the screen. She picks up her dribble, far left side. Now she kicks it out. Tuiasoa's got it. She's going to drive right. Picks up her dribble. Tough mid-range jumper. Banks it off the glass. Pleasant Grove regains the lead, 7-5. Holdcraft now, right side. She's going to be trapped, double team. Kicks it out. Here's Harness. She's double teamed. Ball finds its way around the perimeter, but it's tipped around and stolen by the Vikings. Jada Ross secures it. Clark will bring it across the timeline. Under 5 now here in the first. She moves from right to left, now takes the screen from Connors. Picks up her dribble. Oh, a tough, deep jumper. Misses front iron. Woolston with the rebound. Kennedy moving fast in transition, finds Pope. She'll drive right to left. Holdcraft far side over to Warner for 3. Now instead, it's going to be Harness. She'll take it from the perimeter. It's a miss, but another offensive rebound. Holdcraft thought that Jada Ross was her teammate. It's an easy steal for the Vikings. But then it's picked right off by Maddie Pope the other way. It's a 2v1, and Harness goes up for the layup and puts it in. We've got a tie game once again at 7 apiece. Boyer across the timeline once again. They're setting that single high screen, but she doesn't take it. Instead goes underneath the arms of Kennedy Woolston, and she'll draw a foul on the shot and head to the free throw line for 2. Michaela Boyer, the sophomore guard, averages just under 10 points per game. It's really her and Clark that lead the way in scoring for this Vikings offense. First one rattles in as we have some more subs, this time coming in from the Vikings. It'll be Kiera Hadley as well as McCoy Larson checking in for the home squad. Second free throw is up and in. Nothing but net. And now Pleasant Grove retakes their 2-point lead. They're going to stay high with that high zone defense. As Warner pops a 3 in the corner. No good. Clark with a great rebound down low. They're going to move a little bit quickly in transition. Boyer hands it off, finds Larson. She'll bring it back up top. Finds the other sub, Hadley, and then it finds its way back over to Boyer. Try to get it down low to Connors, but Woolston gets a nice tip. It's off the body of Connors, and it'll head back the Knights' way, so good defense by the star player. This Knights team is very good, but also very young. Only a single senior on this entire roster as they're looking to get a 4-peat. Fulau checks in. Woolston for three. Misses. Hits iron and then off top of the backboard and falls out. Woolston can get it going from deep. She's top 8 in the entire state in three-pointers made. She's made 49 this year. Now we're close to the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Connors has it up top. Finds Larson right side. Now back over Hadley. Hadley's going to back it up and set up the offense once again. Knights now in a zone defense. Clark's got it. Mid-range jumper, no good. Connors gets the rebound. Putback can't go, but she's fouled. So Cash Connors will head to the free throw line for two. Vikings were picked to finish 4th in Region 3 in the preseason in the Deseret News poll. They finished 5th last year with a 1-9 record in region play. So they've already matched their win total in region competition. Of course, led by second-year head coach Lacey Larson, who also has experience coaching the United Basketball Club, which is actually partially owned by Thurl Bailey, a former player for the Utah Jazz. Both can't go, and Nordstrom gets the rebound. Back out to Woolston, who's going to take it across the timeline. Skip pass over to Warner. He makes a high outlet pass back out to Woolston. She's double-teamed off the zone on the perimeter, and a foul will be called on the defense. So 4 team fouls against the Knights, 2 on the Vikings. Here's Huni Fulau, who's checked in. She's got it up top. And a box and one defense not working for the Vikings that time as Woolston hits it from the corner. Lone Peak retakes the lead at 10-9. Another errant pass goes over the head of Tuiasoa, but Hadley was able to recover. Here's Hadley left side. She'll take a three. No good off the glass. Holdcraft gets the rebound. Here's Fulau. Over to Woolston. Nice move outside on the perimeter. Back out to Lavi. Warner now will take a three right side. Short, no good. Clark with the rebound. Under 2 now here in the first. Here come the Vikings in transition. A layup thrown up and missed that time from Ellie Adams, who's checked in. Game's tempo's moving fast as Holdcraft finds herself wide open on the left side of the bucket for 2. Lead now extends to 12-9. So a 3-point lead for Lone Peak. Let's see if the Vikings can come up with any offense right here. They've been stagnant for a few minutes. Bounce pass stolen. Here's Nordstrom in transition. Skip pass over to Fulau, who goes up with her right, gets the layup and the conversion. And she'll head to the free throw line for 1. Try and get 3 points the old-fashioned way. Fulau, the freshman guard, averaging just over 3 points per game. As some more subs come in, Jada Ross back in for the Vikings. And Harness back in for the Knights. Free throw can't convert, but Holdcraft, another offensive rebound for this Knights squad. Here's Harness left side. Thought about a three instead. Cross-court pass to Holdcraft. She'll fire one up and miss. Woolston with the rebound. Puts her head down. Kicks it back out. Ball finds its way around the perimeter. Now Harness drives baseline. Back over to Woolston. Ball movement's impeccable right now by the Knights. Fulau. Back over to Pope. And Jada Ross trying to get a piece of that, but she fouls the Knights in the process. These offensive rebounds, a good sign right now for the Knights. In their loss versus Westlake, they were heavily out-rebounded, 29-14. And they actually lost the offensive rebound battle, 10-3. They're taking command of that exact category in the following game tonight in a very different way. So no free throws. Instead, it'll be an inbound pass to Maddie Pope, who gets 2 on the right. Lone Peak on a 9-0 run. Now we're just under a minute here in this first quarter. 7-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Woolston steals on the inbound, trying to get it down low in the paint. Couldn't find it. Let's see if the Knights hold. They're going to go quick. Holdcraft to Woolston for three. No good. But another offensive rebound. Tips off of the Vikings and will stay here with the Knights. So they've learned their lesson from their loss against Westlake, and they're driving hard to the paint after every shot. Pope inbounds, far sideline. Just under 20 seconds now left here in the first quarter. They're going to hold for a final shot here. Harness gets a screen from Lavi, but she's double-teamed at the perimeter. Picks up her dribble. Holdcraft's got it out to Folau. Woolston, down low. Nice pivot move, up and in. And the Knights finish that first quarter strong on an 11-0 run and double Pleasant Grove's point total. They lead it 18-9 after the first. We'll be back after a few messages here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into Pleasant Grove High School here in Pleasant Grove, Utah, for a Friday night edition of the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Nate Thatcher here as Lone Peak goes on an 11-0 run to finish the first and take an 18-9 lead thanks to a total team effort on the offensive side led by a nice effort in offensive rebounding. And the Knights will start with the ball here in the second. Vikings going to a man defense, but they're staying heavy with the pressure, and they'll foul. That'll go against Jada Ross. That's her second foul of the game. So she'll need to watch how she plays defense moving on. Inbound pass finds Woolston for three, right side. Connects! Kennedy Woolston doing what she does best, and that's score the basketball. Now a 14-0 lead. 14-0 run. It's an 11-point lead. Here's Nordstrom for three on the other side. She swishes. Lone Peak on fire right now as their lead has ballooned to 15. And a timeout will be called by Lacey Larson. Will take one with her. It's 24-9. Knights lead, and they're back in business here on the Rewind Sports Network. And we're back here at Pleasant Grove High School where the Vikings just took a timeout as they found themselves on the wrong side of a 17-0 run as they led it at one point 9-7, but now trail 24-9. Here's Boyer left side. She's going to take that single high screen again. Thought about the shot, doesn't take it. Connors has it at the very top of the perimeter. Left side, Tuiasoa back out to Boyer. Now down low to Clark. Clark puts down the ball and then puts it up and in the basket. A nice response by the Vikings out of the timeout. And now the home team finds themselves in double digits. Here's Nordstrom driving baseline, picks up her dribble, and she'll travel with the basketball. So Vikings, good response right now out of this timeout called by head coach Larson. Tuiasoa's got it left side. Back over to Boyer, who takes a screen from Connors. She's going to go completely right side. Try to get a skip pass down low to Clark. And it's kicked out of bounds. It'll stay here with Pleasant Grove. 24 seconds left on the shot clock. Just about 6.5 minutes now left here in the first half. Boyer gets the handoff from behind the back and swishes it. Nothing but net for Michaela Boyer. Pleasant Grove now on a 5-0 run. Here's Nordstrom going left to right. Handoff to Holdcraft. She'll drive, go up with the right and put it in. So Lone Peak stops the bleeding. Still leads it by 12. Knights going into a form of zone defense here. Looks to be a box and one as well. And it's tipped out of bounds. Actually, it'll stay in. Here's Clark for a deep two jumper. It's in. Pleasant Grove looking like a very different team out of that timeout. They've now converted on their last 3 trips down the floor. Pope's got it up top. Now Woolston at the top of the key. Drives past two defenders, goes up with the right on the left side, and gets it to go. So an offensive back and forth right now here in the second. Tuiasoa back over to Boyer, who's going to weave her way through, put a floater up. Off back iron, no good. Clark with the rebound. Her putback can't go. Nordstrom fights for the rebound with Maele. And it's going to be a jump ball that stays here with the Vikings. Nancy Warner will put in some subs for her squad. It's going to be Charlie Warner and Huni Folau checking in. And for the Vikings, it's going to be Ellie Adams coming back into the game. So Boyer will inbound baseline. Try to find Adams, now does. A reset shot clock. High pass down low to Connors is tipped around and stolen. Here's Nordstrom. Folau finally collects on the transition opportunity, and they'll slow things down in the half court. Hand off to Woolston. Skip pass down low to Warner on the reverse layup, no good. Pleasant Grove now sets up their offense in the half court. So the Knights staying in that box and one, the one being Tabby Clark down low, and it's working right now for them as Woolston gets the rebound off the miss. Folau. Holdcraft now for three in the corner, no good. Warner with another offensive rebound. Here's Woolston, drives baseline. Back out, Warner for three. Got it! 31-16, Lone Peak. Now here come the Vikings. They did good a little bit out of that timeout for a few possessions, scored 3 times in a row, but now have gone back to what they looked like before with this zone defense that the Knights have put up. Boyer misses that time, but an offensive rebound by Adams. Oh, and a nice reverse high off the glass. Goes in with the foul. So Ellie Adams will be at the line for one. The freshman guard that averages 4.5 points per game. Cash Connors will check out meanwhile for Pleasant Grove, and McCoy Larson comes back in. That was a nice move off the top of the glass to get that bucket to drop. Free throw no good. Rebounds tipped around and finally collected by Woolston. Knights like to move very quickly in transition. Kennedy's got it at the logo. Now back over to Maddie Pope, right side. Warner's going to pump fake. Now finds Nordstrom left side, who finds Folau driving baseline. Oh, a tough floater. Too far, no good. And another fight for the rebound. A foul will be called against the Knights. And we'll head back the other way. Foul will go against Maddie Pope. That'll be her first of the game. Second team foul for the Knights here in the second quarter. 3:23 now remains here in the second quarter. 31-18, Knights lead. Boyer's got it at the logo. Over to Adams' left side. Looking to penetrate over to Clark. Instead, it's Boyer still up top. She finds Ross, who's back into the game, right side. Over to Clark. Deep two territory. Uses a nice pivot foot move and gets the floater to go down. Those are some hard words to say back to back to back. Now here's Woolston up top. Over to Nordstrom, right side. Cross-court pass. Finds it over to Pope for a tough three, but she gets it. Lone Peak looking like themselves tonight. Here's Boyer up top. Over to Adams. They find Larson in the middle. Now she brings it back out to the perimeter. Here's Adams for three. Too strong. No good. Pope brings it across. High pass over to Woolston. Makes a nice move, but she's fouled as she tries to drive baseline. So Knights will inbound far sideline on their own side of the court. Harness and Holdcraft will check in for Nordstrom and Woolston. Here's Folau off the inbound. Finds Warner. Thought about a three, now she's going to drive. Goes up with her right, and she's fouled in the process. She'll head to the free throw line for 2. So Charlie Warner now at the free throw strike, trying to get 2 points. First one's up and in. The freshman guard averages 4.6 points per game. Having a nice night tonight here on the road. She converts both, goes 2 for 2. And Lone Peak now leads it by 16. Short break for Woolston as she checks back in for Warner. And now the Knights picking up a full court press in a zone. Boyer picks up her dribble. And Adams tries to get it across, but it's stolen. Pope finds it, and she's fouled as she tries to pass it away. Four team fouls now on the Vikings with under 2 minutes remaining here in the second. So the Knights will inbound near sideline on their own side. Come out of the formation. Harness has it in the wing. She's going to drive, weaves her way around the defense. Can't get the layup to go. And the rebound will be off of Maddie Pope's hands and head back over to the Vikings. But Lone Peak staying with this press in the zone. They're getting even more competitive as the lead increases for them. Vikings get it across. But Adams is trapped up top. Boyer has it left side. She'll take a three. Too far off the right side. Folau gets the rebound. It's tipped out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Knights. Tabby Clark coming back in. Maybe we'll see if she can get the offense going again for the Vikings. Huni Folau calls out the play from the logo. Here's Holdcraft left side. She'll drive. Hand off to Pope, who makes a tough try underneath with the right hand, but can't get it to fall. Clark in transition over to Tuiasoa. Back to Tabby. Clark spin moves. Now Tuiasoa will take a three. No good. Fight for the rebound is won by Folau. And a nice pass threading the needle over to Harness, who uses a spin move off the glass to put it up and in. A beautiful move to put the Knights up 18, under a minute now left here in the first half. Now here come the Vikings. Adams off the screen, tries to use a spin move, and she's fouled by Tati in the process. So some subs coming in for the Knights as Warner checks in, as well as Siri Burgess, getting her first look at some action tonight. Vikings looking at inbound. They find Clark. Clark's fouled on a reach-in, and another inbound play for the Vikings. 32.6 seconds remain. Shot clock turned off here in the second quarter. Pleasant Grove inbounds, finds Cash Connors. Back over to Boyer off a handoff, far right side. She'll back things off. Now gets a screen from Clark. She's going to go around the defense. Kicks it back out. Tuiasoa now drives. She picks up her dribble, uses a pivot move. Shot's no good. Here come the Knights. They're going to hold for one shot. Boyer with some nice defense up top. She's screened by Woolston. Folau drives over to Burgess for two off baseline. That shot's no good. But the Vikings tried to give a handoff to Clark down low, and it goes off her hand. And so the Knights will get a chance at a shot with 1.5 seconds remaining. Holdcraft tries to go up with her right, but it doesn't go and doesn't go off in time as well. And that will do it here for this first half. It's Lone Peak 38, Pleasant Grove 20 as the Knights looking to get back on track after a loss just last week. And welcome into the second half. Apologies for some technical difficulties there in the first if you weren't able to hear us. But Lone Peak with a commanding advantage here as we get into the third quarter, and the Knights start with the basketball. Pope skip pass down low to Woolston. Now it's back up top. Pope for a deep two. Can't hit off the iron. No good. And Pleasant Grove will take it the other way. Vikings coming off of their first win in region play. Meanwhile, the Knights coming off of their first loss in region play as the Vikings get the easy two from Cash Connors. Here's Woolston on baseline. Weaves her way through the defenders, and Pope goes for three. Too far, no good. But another offensive rebound by Holdcraft. Knights did very well with that statistic in the first half after struggling in their loss against Westlake by failing to rebound. They were out-rebounded in that game 29-14. Head coach Nancy Warner will take a timeout for her squad. We'll take one with her. It's 38-22 Lone Peak here on the Rewind Sports Network.
This is apple cider vinegar from NutriCost. This is apple cider vinegar from another leading brand. NutriCost has 500 milligrams of apple cider vinegar. So does this other brand. NutriCost is third-party tested, non-GMO, and gluten-free. This other brand? Well, we're not sure. NutriCost is also available at a great price delivered right to your door. NutriCost has over 500 different products for health and wellness. NutriCost, only what you need.
And we're back here at Pleasant Grove High School as the Lone Peak Knights just took a timeout. Head coach Warner trying to get a good play up for her squad. Harness looking to inbound, finds Woolston. Over to Pope, left side. Here's Holdcraft. And it's tipped off and away. Jada Ross in transition. Goes up with her right. Can't finish. Holdcraft with an impressive athletic rebound. Now here come the Knights quickly. Pope going right to left, but she can't finish off the layup. Here comes Tabby Clark. She'll weave her way past the zone defense, put the floater up, but it spins in and out. Nordstrom. Cross-court pass over to Harness. Now here's Woolston. A fake pass as she drives, draws in the defense, and then Nordstrom fires for three and connects. Woolston's able to draw a lot of those defenders due to how many points she can score a game, and Nordstrom able to take advantage. Knights now lead by 19. Boyer to Clark. Down low to Ross. She's fouled. And they're going to say that it's going to go against Lavi Holdcraft. That's going to be her third foul of the game. So Hooney full out and Charlie Warner will check in. Tuiasoa will check out for the Vikings and McCoy Larson will come in. Vikings to inbound off their own baseline. Boyer goes high to Clark. She gets past Woolston. Another floater from the free throw line's no good. Kennedy with the rebound. Vikings in a zone defense as Woolston tries to hit a three and can't hit. But she's fouled as she tries to tip it away. So Vikings will get the ball down 19. Larson inbounds to Boyer. Michaela's been running the point all night. Larson down low to Connors. Now Clark's got it underneath the basket. Spin moves to her right and puts the bucket up and in. Tabby Clark controlling the paint down low. And they cut the lead down to 17. Vikings staying in his zone defense. Here's Folau, right side. She goes back up to the logo, then hands it off to Warner. Here's Harness, left side. Weaves her way past the defense, and then Charlie Warner will take a three and miss. Boyer brings things across the timeline. They'll slow things down and set things up in the half court. She'll drive right, a handoff over to Ross. Ross spin moves from left to her right. Picks up her dribble, now finds Larson up top. Clark on the left side, handled by Nordstrom. She's going to try and drive past her, but she can't. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Step back, picks up her dribble, cross-court pass. Larson's now going to drive. She picks up her dribble. Clark will take a deep three. Got it! Tabby Clark with a nice shot outside from the perimeter. Here's Warner from the left side. She hits. And threes dropping for both squads now. 44-27 our score. Let's see if the Vikings can come up with another answer. Here's Boyer. She'll take a three. No good. Knights with the rebound. Folau threading the needle over to Nordstrom in transition. He goes off the glass and gets it to go. Lead back up to 19 for Lone Peak. Clark will take a screen from Connors. Now it's a pick and roll. Cash gets it, and the foul. Pleasant Grove looking confident in the half-court offense as things are being run by star Tabby Clark. Cash Connors now at the free throw line for one to try and convert to get 3 points the old-fashioned ways, they would say. The junior guard averages 6.2 points per game. Looking to get three right there, and she does. So the lead back down to 16 for Lone Peak. Ellie Adams checks back in for the Vikings, as well as Tuiasoa. They're going to stay in a 1-3-1 defense. Here's Folau left side. Woolston's now got it on the right. It's a handoff to Warner for another three. No good. Holdcraft almost had the rebound. She somehow collects it. And a timeout called by Warner to try and save the possession. And she does. We'll take a timeout with her here on the Rewind Sports Network. It's 46-30, Lone Peak over Pleasant Grove. Lone Peak looking strong tonight as they currently lead at 46-30 over the Pleasant Grove Vikings, who are looking to get their second win in region play. Their sole win coming over Lehigh just last week, where they won it 60-58. Trailed by 8 after the first quarter, but came back well with a 17-7 advantage in the second that they then led thereafter. Lone Peak looking to get their fifth win in region play, currently standing in second place behind the team that they just lost to in Westlake. Lone Peak has the ball on their own side out of the timeout. Here's Folau up top. Under 10 now on the shot clock. 5. Holtzcraft's got it. They got to hand it out. Folau's got to get a shot. It's a running three, and it's no good. And a shot clock violation will be called. So Woolston will check out. Nordstrom back in. Knights coming back with that zone defense in the full court. And the Vikings able to get across half court. Here's Tabby Clark, left side. Tries to go through two defenders, and she's fouled in the process.
Warner picks up the foul.
So 14 fouls now against the Knights, 0 on the Vikings here in the third. Something to watch out for if the Vikings can take advantage from the free throw line. Clark with the tough two. It goes in and out. It was about halfway down, but can't find the bottom of the net. Knights getting pressured down low as Warner's able to corral the errant pass from Nordstrom. Folau's up top. Here's Nordstrom, cross court to Holdcraft. She's going to drive baseline, goes up, and gets it to go in the foul. A nice response by Lone Peak as Pleasant Grove was picking up that defense, trying to get the Knights to get flustered, which happened for a few possessions, but Lavi Holdcraft able to take advantage down low in the paint. Holdcraft doing her thing tonight on the offensive side of the glass. She is the best offensive rebounder on the team, averaging 2.3 per game. And her free throw is up and in. She gets the and one conversion. Lead back up to 19, and an errant pass by Ellie Adams gives the ball right back to Lone Peak. Here come the Knights. Vikings staying in that high zone defense. Pope trapped in the corner. Harness finds it at the top of the key. And a beautiful pass down low to Nordstrom, right side for an easy two like it's warm-ups. And Lone Peak now has their largest lead of the game at 21. Here's Tabby Clark. Step back, deep two, picks up her dribble, doesn't shoot. Boyer's got it, now back out to Tabby. Tabby's gonna drive baseline, she's trapped. Ball finds its way around the perimeter to Adams for three. Bullseye! Lead cut down to 18. Nordstrom, right side. Skip pass over to Folau. Pope's now got it. Hand off to Uni, who gives it off to Nordstrom for another three. Why not? Zuri Nordstrom on fire from the perimeter. Lead balloons back up to 21. Boyer now trying to get it in transition, and a timeout will be called. So the Vikings looking to get a good shot off out of the timeout called on their own side of the floor. 43.3 seconds remaining here in the third as the Vikings trail 54-33. Boyer will get the inbound pass from Hadley. And she'll go up for two, get the layup to drop, and get a foul in the process. A nice move and a good play called out of the timeout. That gives them a chance for three here at the line.
Stepping in for the Knights, number 34, Woolston.
So Lavi Holdcraft will pick up her fourth foul as Woolston checks back in. The conversion is up and in. So 54-36 our score. Woolston. As the ball finds its way around the perimeter, here's Nordstrom for three. No good off front iron. But an offensive rebound by the Knights. A three by Nordstrom, no good. And the ball will go out of bounds. And it will go to Pleasant Grove. .6 seconds remain here in the third. Hadley inbounds. Clark not moving. She's going slowly. And a shot will not go off. And that will do it for the third quarter. It's 54-36. The Knights lead the Vikings as we get ready for the fourth quarter on the other side of this timeout. Welcome back into Pleasant Grove High School as we get ready for fourth quarter action here on the Rewind Sports Network as Lone Peak currently leads by 18 with 8 minutes to go. Lone Peak is looking to four-peat at the state championship, which has only been done 4 other times. They've won the last 3 years. They're trying to get it done again. The 4 other teams to do this: Mountain View from 1996 to 1999, Beaver from 1994 to 1998, Hangwich from 1999 to 2003, and Beaver again from 2001 to 2005. So they might be the first 6A school to ever win a state championship if they can make it that far, but they're looking good right now if they can get this 5th region win tonight. Vikings have the ball on their own side. Shot clock under 10. Here's Boyer. Weaves her way through the defense. Gets the floater to fall. (54-38) our score now. Woolston over to Holdcraft. Holdcraft has 4 fouls right now. She drives past the defense. Can't get the bucket to drop. Woolston with the offensive rebound. Pope will try to convert off the second chance opportunity, but she can't. Here comes Clark, left side, calls out the play. She'll try and get a screen from Cash. She'll deny it. She'll go left. Picks up her dribble. Oh, a tough 2. Can't fall. She gets her own rebound somehow, and she's fouled. And that might send Lavi Holdcraft out of the game. That will. That's her 5th. And Holdcraft very frustrated. She has to check out of the game with just under 7 minutes remaining. And Lavi very frustrated as she heads to the bench. Clark gets the inbound pass. She's going to drive. A little push off, and a 2 goes. Lead now down to 14. Here's Pope. Out to Nordstrom for 3. No good off front iron. Vikings get the rebound. Hadley's got it. Now Boyer will cross the timeline. They can cut this to 12 or 11 right here. Boyer gets a screen from Cash. Outlet pass out to Tabby for 3. She got it, and she's on fire. Lead down to 11. Vikings back in a man defense. Warner, cross-court pass over to Pope. Pope tries to go through a double screen. Now she hands it off to Woolston from the perimeter. Hits. Nice response by the Knights, who found their lead dwindling. It's back up to 14. Boyer's going to drive baseline. She's picked off. Here's Harness. She's got numbers. Pope, right side. No good. And Connors looked to give it over to her teammate Larson, but Nordstrom in there heavily, and they're going to call it jump ball, and it'll stay here with Lone Peak. Timeout will be called by Lone Peak once again on their own side to try and drop a play, and we'll take one with them. It's 57 Lone Peak, 43 Pleasant Grove. Welcome back into the Rewind Sports Network as Lone Peak will inbound off their own side. Let's see what play they come up with out of the timeout. Nordstrom gets the inbound pass. Back over to Harness. Full out right side. Finds Nordstrom again left. Woolston Nice cross-back move. Picks up her pivot foot, goes underneath. Can't get the conversion. Nordstrom fought for the rebound for a second, but it's picked up by the Vikings. Here comes Larson. Drives all the way to the hoop and gets the basket. Here's Folau now on the other side as we're almost at the halfway point here, the fourth. Lead down to 12 for Lone Peak. It was once up by 21. Nordstrom down low to Woolston. She does a nice U move around, but she can't finish again. Vikings get the rebound. Knights tried to steal, but the Vikings still have it. Clark drops Folau. Boyer has it, left wing. Try to get it down low to Connors, but it's too far, and it'll be out of bounds, heading back the Knights' way.
Stepping back in for the Knights, number 20, Pope.
So Maddie Pope will check back in as Zuri Nordstrom checks out. 57-45 is our score. Lone Peak leads. 3:55 now left here in the fourth. Charlie Warner's got it, right side. Over to Pope. Now Folau on the left. Ball finds its way around the perimeter again. Woolston now has it. Back to Warner. Warner, a cross dribble move, goes up with her left, and she's fouled on the shot. So the foul will go against Cash Connors. That's her second of the game. So Charlie Warner will have 2 attempts from the free throw line. First is up and in.
Subbing for the Vikings, number 11,
Tui Asoa comes back in for Pleasant Grove as Cash Connors checks out after the foul. Warner to try and go 2 for 2. She does. Lead back up to 14. Vikings are going to need a heavy run to go in their favor right now if they want to get back in this one. Lone Peak in a 2-3 zone defense. Clark, she's going to penetrate. Pick up her dribble. A tough deep 2 is contested, but a rebound finds its way back over to her. And she'll be fouled as she tries to get past the defense. That'll be the second against the Knights this quarter. And the second against Tati Harness. Vikings looking to get a shot off. The shot clock had reset off the inbound. Boyer with a spin move. Oh, a tough shot underhand goes in, and she gets another foul with a chance to get another and one opportunity to finish at the line.
Boyer to the line for 1 shot.
Boyer's been able to go to that move a couple times tonight. That one especially tough with the underhand. Free throws up and in.
Subbing in for the Knights, number 13.
So Nordstrom will check back in as Maddie Pope checks out. Here comes Harness as she crosses the timeline. She'll weave her way around the defense. Another hand check will be called against the Vikings. That'll be Ross's 4th foul of the game. And the inbound stolen for a second, but Woolston's got it right back. Skip pass to Nordstrom. She'll go to the free throw line and pick up her dribble. Outlet pass over to Warner. Lots of perimeter movement as Harness now has it again. She goes right to the cup, puts it up, but can't get it to go. And Warner will get a foul called on the reach-in, as Coach Warner is telling her she has no need to do that. And it's the Knights' 4th team foul with 2.5 minutes remaining and only an 11-point lead.
Timeout followed by the Vikings.
A timeout will be called by Pleasant Grove. A 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. It's 59-48. Lone Peak leads over the home team Vikings. Welcome back into Pleasant Grove High School, where the Vikings currently trail the Lone Peak Knights 59-48. Lead was once up to 21, but the Vikings have done a good job at bringing it back within a reason. 2:26 now remaining here in the game. Vikings with the ball coming out of their own timeout. Here's Tabby Clark, right side. Knights staying in the zone defense. Ross now back over to Boyer. She just had a nice and one. She goes back up to the cup and gets another tough layup to go. She's doing everything she can to bring her team back into this one. Lead now down to single digits. Here's Harness up top. Over to Warner. Under 2 now remaining in the game. Warner goes up for the shot and she's fouled. So Charlie Warner will be at the free throw line for a chance for 2 more free throws. First one rattles out. Next up for the Knights, they'll face Skyridge on the 4th of February at 6 p.m. And for the Vikings, they'll be playing on the road at American Fork at the same time. Second one is up and good for Warner, so she goes 1 for 2. Lead now up to 10. Clark double teamed up top. She hands it off to Ross. He finds Adams driving left. Back up top to Boyer. Boyer gets her pass deflected out of bounds by Folau. It'll stay here with Pleasant Grove. Vikings have the ball, just 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Boyer has it up top. Takes the screen from Clark. Picks up her dribble. Now Tabby's got it for 3. No good off back iron. Folau collects on the rebound. And Boyer tries to get the ball back, and she'll get a jump ball call. So Knights ball still after the jump ball call. But a nice effort by Boyer. Timeout will be called by Coach Warner, and we'll take it with her. 1:10 remaining. Knights lead at 60-50.
Hi, I'm Ryan Eldridge, local owner of Big O Tires in American Fork, and we are proud sponsors of our girls Lone Peak basketball squad. And just like their basketball squad, they can defend, they can score, rebound, steal. They can do it all. They do whatever it takes on the court to get the dub. Big O Tires in American Fork, we do the same. We can do it all to make sure your car is taken care of. Tires, brakes, oil, check engine light, lift your trucks, anything your car needs, from oil leaks to flushes to tune-ups, we can do it here at Big O Tires in American Fork so that your car is safe going down the road. So whether you're a fan, a coach, a player, visiting coach, give Big O Tires in American Fork a chance to earn your business and take care of your car.
Bring your cars in to Big O Tires in American Fork. Let them take care of you like they take care of us.
We're here in the final minute of action at Pleasant Grove High School, where the Lone Peak Knights currently lead the Vikings 60-50 and have the basketball. Knights will inbound. They find Woolston. She's going to be pressured by Clark. And Woolston will cross the timeline. Minute mark hits. Here's Harness. kicks it out. Warner now. As she drives, she's fouled. And that'll be the 4th team foul against the Vikings. So another inbound play, this time baseline. So full owl inbound. Lone Peak in a line formation. They find Woolston out of it. And Clark will intentionally foul, and that'll send Woolston to the free throw line for 2.
Clark picks up the foul. That will put the Knights in the bonus.
So Lone Peak in the bonus for the rest of the game. 51.5 seconds remaining as Woolston rattles in the first.
Woolston is the first. And back on the court for the Vikings, Boyer.
Larson will check out for Pleasant Grove as Woolston's able to go 2 for 2 from the line. Here's Clark in deep 2 territory. Now she drives, and she's fouled by Woolston, and that'll send Pleasant Grove to the free throw line. So both star players take turns fouling each other, and that will get back-to-back free throws by both teams.
This will also put both teams in the bonus.
Kennedy Woolston, the best free throw shooter for this Knights squad, but now she's just picked up her 4th foul.
Stepping back on the court for the Knights, number 23, Connors, and number 2, Larson.
Larson back in, as well as Connors, as Boyer and Adams check out. Second free throw's up and in.
Picks up 2 points.
So Clark goes 2 for 2. Here comes Woolston as she crosses the timeline. She's going to try and waste some clock. And Tabby will foul. So 29.2 seconds remain in the game, so the shot clock will turn off.
Woolston will be back to the line.
That'll be Clark's 3rd foul of the contest.
Woolston is the first.
First one's up and in for Lone Peak.
Back in for the Vikings.
Second one also finds its way through, nothing but net. Here's Boyer left side for a deep 3. No good. Warner with the rebound. And Boyer will foul. And that'll send Woolston back to the line, and that should do it. With 16.3 seconds remaining, the Knights will move on to a 13-6 record, 5-1 in region play, while the Vikings will move to 7-12 and 1-5 in Region 3. Woolston staying perfect from the line. Second one also up and good. Woolston, another fantastic night for her squad. Averages just under 15 points a game, and she's been doing all the same here on this gym. Clark misses a 3, gets her own rebound, put back 2 short, and that will do it for sure. Knights will inbound and will run out the clock, and they'll walk out of this gym with a win. Nice rebound for the Knights, who are coming off their first loss in region play against Westlake, and they fixed the glaring issue of rebounding in tonight's contest against the Vikings, as they physically out-rebounded Pleasant Grove down low in the paint. So final score, the Knights 66 and the Vikings 52. Coming up next on the other side of this break, it'll be the boys' side of things, with Lone Peak taking on Pleasant Grove in this same floor back in 15 minutes. For Nate Thatcher, this has been another edition of the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Good night, everyone.